Thank you.
Good morning everyone and welcome to REITs Symposium 2026, Singapore's largest and premier REIT conference. Organised by InvestingNote, ShareInvestor and REITAS, REITs Symposium 2026 brings together some of the industry's leading REIT managers, analysts and market experts, all under one roof. To discuss what's next for the REIT landscape and how investors can position themselves in the next cycle. This year's symposium features over 20 renowned REITs and trusts, including Capital Land Integrated Commercial Trust, Mapletree Industrial Trust, Capital DC REIT. Throughout the day, attendees can expect valuable discussions on portfolio strategies and opportunities across the REIT sector. Come and experience REIT Symposium 2026 with us. Let's go! Hi everyone, we are here at the main stage and we have the CEO of Alpha Invest, which is the company behind the organization of this event, REIT Symposium 2026. How has REIT Symposium evolved throughout the years?
Okay, probably just to say that the REIT Symposium has been around for 12 years. So this is the 12th installment. I remember way back when we started it, way back in 2015, it was something really very novel because the REITs Association was formed that year. It does actually shows that the REITs market in Singapore has matured. So much so that an association is formed to gather together all the REITs company to have a collective voice and to represent them with the various government and regulatory bodies. So that's what prompted us to want to do something for the industry as well. And that's where we started the first REIT Symposium.
I see. That's really very insightful seeing about the history behind the REIT Symposium. And the next question to you is, what do you look forward most about this year's REIT Symposium?
We are very thankful that this year we have very good response, both from our REITs sponsor as well as the investors themselves. We have more than 3,000 people who have signed up for this event. So I hope they will have a very good experience learning from the REIT sponsors as well as the REITs company and the REITs management team, the investment merit of this particular asset class. I strongly believe that REITs is a very good asset class for our investors to establish a very balanced portfolio so as to help them with their wealth accumulation as well as their retirement planning. So all the best and have fun at REIT Symposium 2026.
And a lot of you may think that, hey, since you're talking about ETF, are you going to talk about REIT ETF or are you going to talk about fixed income ETF?
That is where ShareInvestor comes in. Okay? So ShareInvestor, very interestingly, they have this what called the REITs retreat. Okay, but only can...
So my name is Nupur Joshi. I'm the CEO of REITAS, which is the REIT Association of Singapore. We are the industry body that represents Singapore listed REITs and also a co-organizer of REIT Symposium along with ShareInvestor and InvestingNote.
Okay, I have a question for you, and the question is, what makes REIT Symposium an important event for retail investors to attend?
So first of all, this is the largest REIT-focused event for retail investors in Singapore. It's been ongoing for, I think, 13 over years. We've been having this partnership. So it's a fantastic forum where REIT managers, we have 20 over REITs here, REIT managers, investors, brokers, so essentially, financial advisors, influencers, financial influencers. We have everyone here in one space, all sharing their knowledge and their different perspectives on the REIT sector, investing in the REIT sector. So if there's one day you can spend or a few hours in the day you can spend just absorbing and listening and sharing and asking questions, then this is like a really efficient way to understand what's going on in the sector, the latest trends and what to invest in and where are the opportunities.
Okay, one last question for you. What do you look forward most about this year's REIT Symposium?
Yeah, so I think every year there's a little bit more excitement, and I think I'm seeing more and more younger people here, which is very good to see, because after all, REITs are not just for old people and retirees. Young people, you can invest in AI and tech, but you also need a stable part of your portfolio, and REITs are perfect for that, and they are less correlated with global market movements, less correlated with US stocks or European stocks or any other places, anything else you may be invested in. REITs are less correlated to that. So if one part of your portfolio is doing well, the other part, the REITs can be the stabilizing factor. So think of it REITs that way. You may not need the income from REITs right now. So when the dividend check comes in, just reinvest it. And then when you're in your 30s or whatever, and then looking to buy a house and you need all your investments, then at least you'll be happy you had this little nest egg that you created from investing in REITs.
Each of us sitting here could be a low-value human being, right?
Hi everyone, here we have Chris with us. Chris, will you introduce yourself?
My name is Christopher Ng. I'm part of Dr. Wealth, and I'm a trainer for the Early Retirement Masterclass.
Okay, so you presented very insightful talk just now about early retirement with REITs, and I'm sure everybody is very curious about this topic. Okay. So just a question, what first attracted you to REIT investing as a pathway towards early retirement?
Okay, I think the strengths of REIT investing is that it is extremely forgiving for beginning investors, right? You put your money into an asset class, the asset class then pays you twice or 4 times a year, right? And while you're doing that, most of us, we've got our daily lives, we have to manage our careers. We could just leave the REIT there and let it produce income for us.
Yeah.
So when I was starting out as a bachelor, when I was single, it's an excellent way of getting passive income.
That was very, very insightful and very informative for our audience here. Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Xuan
And Arun.
Okay, so they will be giving us their perspectives as a first-timer attending REITs. So, to Xuan, could you comment on some insights you have about REIT Symposium?
I think this experience was very insightful for me because I got to talk to all the different REITs in the different industries and got to understand how they have different maybe strategies looking forward, because now with higher for longer interest rates, a lot of investors do not know where to put their money in. So we got to understand what their strategies are like in the long term and the short term. And I think this really helps us because in this day and age, we talk about investing a lot. So I think this was really helpful for me.
Definitely, that was really very insightful. And passing on, as a student, how will REIT Symposium benefit you?
So as a student, and actually initially when I heard about this REIT Symposium, students are the younger crowd here in that sense. So we didn't think that we would fit right in, and like the investor relations teams of the various companies would want to even speak to us. But actually I was quite shocked when a lot of them shared a lot about what their company does, even though they know that we are students, and we don't really have that amount of capital to invest. Most of us don't have the capital to invest and whatsoever. They were still very willing and very enthusiastic when they shared a lot of their knowledge about the industry and their companies themselves. So, and they are willing to connect with you also. So for those looking for internships or any other opportunities, it will be quite beneficial to have that relationship with this team as well. So for students, internships and just general knowledge about the REITs industry itself. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very fresh perspective that I didn't know also. And to find out more, we hope that you join REIT Symposium 2027. Goodbye.